Hey folks, this is Casper from the Underground. Today I'll be reviewing the Blu-ray release of Mutilation Theatre from White Gardenia. I will say I was actually pretty excited to watch this because I'm a fan of White Gardenia's work. They have released some very bizarre and very disturbing clips, perfect primarily about like bondage clips and self mutilation clips. So I was very excited to get this one, and I promise you, this is a mastodon of a release. This runs for almost for a little over 4 hours. So I was a little hesitant about, can I handle 4 hours of self mutilation? It's divided in 4 chapters. Chapter 1 is called Blood and Perfume, the other one called Church and State, the other one called Nanotech, and the chapter 4 is Max Reinhardt Dream Theater. And I would say, in general, this release is a compilation of practically, I think, everything that Daniel and has released there before, or White Gardenia has released. It's it contains everything from, of course, self mutilation to hardcore sex penetration, a lot of different fetishes and everything from a pain fetish to blood fetish to diaper fetish to bondage to this is quite intense, but it's also a lot to get through. I must say that from the title Mutilation Theatre, I was expecting I was expecting a bomb of like self-harm and self-mutilation, but to be honest, I actually was a little disappointed with this one, because the only segment which contains self-mutilation is the first 40 minutes from the chapter called Blood and Perfume. The other chapters, they are experimental videos, which White Gardenia is known for, very experimental, and then it turns into like homemade porn and all kind of homemade BDSM and that kind of of intense stuff, and that's okay to watch. It's not that it's not that I say that I think it was that I didn't want to watch it, but I got a release called Mutilation Theatre, and I actually expected a lot more self-harm. Of course, don't misunderstand me. There is a lot of self-harm in this one, and it's also very disturbing to watch. But I would say, if you have if you've watched the previous releases, Blood Tastes Like Perfume, and also there I have to cover some boobs. There, How to Raise Women from the Dead, then I would say that you primarily have watched the stuff that is worth watching compared, and what I of course mean is comparing these two to this one. I would say that the other things which are on this one, it's unnecessary fillers for me, and then unfortunately, the segment that was a bit disappointing to me was the 4th chapter, Max Reinhardt Dream Theater. I must say, I saw this cover and I was like, holy shit! What are they going to do? Because this looks so intense. But for the last 45 minutes, it's it's like previews of what you can see online on White Gardenia's own site, and I'm like, God motherfucking damn it. I was like, when I buy a Blu-ray called Mutilation Theatre, and it promised me here on the back that it is uncensored, I don't want to see, like preview clips. This beautiful lady here, I was like, why does she has a, why does she have a patch over her eye? What has she, what has, what has she done? You'll never get to see that. You only see her playing around, like stabbing herself a little bit, getting some wounds, and then it's like, watch the full uncut clip on whitegardenia.com, I believe it was. And also another clip which, like intensified afterwards in this fourth chapter segment. It was like, watch the full uncut video online. And I was like, God damn it. That's not why I buy a Blu-ray. I'm not buying a Blu-ray to watch previews. Sorry to say. I would say that this Blu-ray is a bit of a letdown, unfortunately. If you, I would say personally, and this is very important, I love White Gardenia. I think Daniel is a great guy, and I think his work is very, very good. And of course, this is not his fault that this that this has come out as it is. But if you already have, there we go again. I would say, if you already have these, How to Raise Women from the Dead and Blood Tastes Like Perfume, in my opinion, there is no need of getting this. But if you haven't watched these, and if you are interested in seeing White Gardenia's work, then I would say absolutely go ahead and get it, because he is he has a lot of awesome content. He really does. But this should only, I would say, this Blu-ray Mutilation Theatre should only be for people who are not so familiar with his earlier works. It is one of those where I say, when I start seeing it, it's very, very disturbing, and it's one of those where I say, I want to turn the TV off. I want to turn it off, but I can't stop watching. It's fascinating in its own kind of bizarre way. So I would say, if you are into pain fetish, blood fetish, like bondage and humiliation and that kind of stuff, and also experimental. And that's actually what I like about what I really love about the White Gardenia, is that they have a lot of they experiment a lot, and which also means that some of it may feel kind of trippy all the way, like you're in a bad acid trip or something, and there are some text which is text now and then, which is some of it doesn't make any sense, and some of it is just like, whoa, that's far out, or that's cool to watch. So let's get on to my final thoughts. Well, just to wrap it up, I will repeat myself one more time. If you are familiar with White Gardenia's work and have watched his earlier works, like Blood Tastes Like Perfume, How to Raise Women from the Dead, I would say there are no need of getting this one. But if you don't have those other releases, I would say absolutely go and check it out. I will leave a link in the description below to his site. But if you are familiar with the works, there's nothing new or of any interest for me, at least. I think I will give this to people who are not familiar with this work, and I will stick to these two. So that's it for today, folks. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and share the video. You should be more than welcome to do that. And until next time, I'm looking forward to a lot more reviews from the underground. Take care, folks.